Okay, now I want to talk about the stainless. I love our stainless, and if you guys know me, and then you know my husband, anytime he buys a tool for the garage, I buy a tool for my garage. So I always have the best tools for my kitchen. And I have a really, really nice set of pots and pans that he bought me. And it's kind of funny because they're really heavy and they're waterless, and they're in the back of my cupboard, and all of my DeMarle Difference has ended up in the front of my cupboard. So this is our DeMarle Difference, and this is made of 1810 surgical stainless steel. And this is just a great saute pan. This is our medium saute, and if you see the inside, it's all brushed nickel. But the thing I like about this pan so well is it's called the Superior Weld. So there's no rivets on the inside where bacteria can build up. It's also got a stay cool handle, and it's put together it's called a tri-ply. It's stainless, and then inside there is a disc of aluminum, and then it's stainless, and it's put together with 50,000 tons of pressure. Now what makes this so wonderful is that stainless by itself is not a great heat conductor, but aluminum is. And so what this disc does on the bottom, it ensures that everything is going to heat equally. And so you're not going to get hot spots and cold spots in your pans. It also has this little vent, which is a stay cool handle, and everything in our line, like I said before, is professional, so everything's ergonomically correct. But I really just love how our handles come up on this side. The other thing that is so great about these pans, I did a show on a houseboat, and as most of you know, if you've ever been on a houseboat, they're very limited with space. And what they were so excited about is that they could take the lids and they could slide the lid right onto the pan, and then they could hang it because there wasn't much cupboard space. So that's a really fun option to be able to do, and I hadn't even thought about it until all of a sudden her husband Dan said, "Oh, I think we can do that," and it was perfect. So some of the things that I love about our pans are the edge of the cookware, as you can see right here, is rolled. And it's really nice when you're pouring, because if you pick it back up, it's not going to drip down the side of the pan. So that's a really good plus. And a lot of pans have that little, it's like a little T groove, and I just find that they're just such a mess when I'm pouring. So I end up using this one a lot, and I made a mistake at a rendezvous not very long ago, and they had put in 2 cups of cream for the chocolate ganache, and I was like, no, and they were going to dump out the cream. I said, no, we can pour it right back in, and it just was perfect, and I actually sold the pan because of that. So it's the only cookware on the market that has the flared saute pan, and it also has a cap that fully extends over the top, so it helps prevent denting of the pan. The brushed finish on the underside of the cover minimizes the appearance of watermarks, both on the top of the pan and on the side. But it has this beautiful, just shiny stainless steel ring on there to show the luster. So these are great for that. They all come with lids too, except for the fry pans. But I brought out my small fry pan. That's my small, or my medium saute. But my omelet pan, the lid also fits on there. So I use that. One of my favorite pots to use, and why I decided to put it in this video, is because it's not something that you would probably buy for yourself. So you really need to buy this for yourselves. And it's our small stock pot. And this is really nice. It's got laser lines on the inside for however many quarts it is. But I don't know about you, but when I'm doing chili, or if I'm doing pasta or potatoes for my family of 4, this is the perfect size. And the reason that I like it so much is because whenever I make chili, if I make it in a 12 quart, I make 12 quarts. If I make it in a small pan, I make a small pan. And that's just enough that you're not eating it for an eternity after you get done. And so it makes it so that you don't have a lot of leftovers, but maybe just enough for lunch the next day. So that's one of the things I love about that. But like I said, they have a cast steel Sta-Cool handle. They're ergonomically correct, and also the entire line you can use on an induction stove. So that's really nice, because I've had a pan that didn't work on that once, and that didn't fly very good when you're trying to make glazed nuts. The other thing is that it has a lifetime warranty, just like our FKT pans did. And so all of our products have a lifetime warranty, so that's a good selling point. So when you first get the pans, you want to wash them with a 1/4 cup of vinegar and warm water, just to remove the residue that they come with, you know, from the factory. You always want to avoid high heat with stainless. And the thing is that it's got such a great heat conductor, really medium high is probably as high as you need to go. The other thing to remember about stainless, it depends on your quantity. You'll never want to fill it over 2/3 full, and the fuller your pan, the higher your heat can be. The less volume in your pan, the lower your heat needs to be. So you always want to avoid using any kind of scratching pad on this. I love Barkeeper's Friend, and I always use like plastic scrapers. But it's, you know, it can be washed in the dishwasher, but like I've always said, my dishwasher is kind of prime real estate, and so it's so easy to clean. I just soap and water and rinse it off and put it away. So don't forget that you always want to add salt at the end of the cooking time or after your water comes to a boil. You don't want to put that in there at the beginning. And sometimes, and I'm sure you've all seen this, you have a blue tinging on your pan. It means that you preheated it and it got it too hot. So you're going to want to use a stainless steel cleaner to get that off the bottom. So that's what I have to say about our pans. And now we're going to go on to our tools. Okay, now I want to talk about our FKT tools. And as you know from previous, I've already shown you how to do the measuring cups, and I've shown you how to core your apple and everything. But I really wanted to talk to you about the knives. And one of the things that we got in our goodie bag at convention was this paring knife. And I'm not a big paring knife queen. I like a chef's knife, or I really love our Santoku knife. That's what I use most of the time. But I got this in our goodie bag, and I use it all the time. The thing about our knives, our Demorell Difference knives, are that the blade is stainless and rust resistant, and it's hot drop forged, which probably you don't really need to know, but it's made out of a single piece. So what you have here is you have your blade, your bolster right here, and then you have the handle. So I just wanted you to know that that's what this is called. Right down here is your bolster, and it's designed to protect your hands when you're cutting. That's all. The blades are taper ground for maximum strength, so they're all hand done. After the machine takes them off and they drop forge them, that what ends up happening is that all of our knives must be ground by hand due to the forged bolster, which is this part right here. So every blade is ground to a straight double wedge shape, and so the knife smiths must take time to finesse and muscle and make all the tapers and curves come out just so. So this is our Santoku knife, which I absolutely use all the time, and I just got a little watermelon. And remember, you see me right here with the roll pat. I'm not cutting on the roll pat. You never cut on our products. So what I use is I just like these little flexible cutting boards, and I buy them just down at the store. And when I do pizza on a Silpat, I'll slide this in between so I don't need to cut on it. So I've got this down here first so that you know that I am not cutting on it. But the Santoku, what I like about it is it's really strong, but it's really thin, and it can cut through things so quickly. And so with this